Okay, so let's look around in Ingrid's
Looking
stuff.
for something? Sorry.
Except for she won't let us, but we can look at this flyer of a really nice car. And yeah, that's really all we can do. Okay, so let's talk to Elliot.
Hang on, I'll be right with you.
Take your time. Uh-oh.
Out. And do not come back unless and until Joy Trent calls me. Okay?
Okay.
Kinda temperamental, but what more can you expect from an artist?
Who are you, and what are you doing?
Who said that?
I said that. Over here, on top of the cabinet.
So Joy's not here, and instead this
Keep
robot is
going.
talking to us.
Over here. Please identify yourself.
Well, my name is Nancy Drew.
Digital representations of your voice and image have been entered into my memory circuits, Nancy Drew.
How come you didn't speak up before when I was in here talking to Joy?
I cannot interact with my environment when my visual and oral sensors are covered.
Do you have a name?
I am Miles, the Magnificent Memory Machine. I receive and process video and audio input and make appropriate pre-programmed verbal responses.
Who programmed you?
It is my turn to ask a question, Nancy Drew. Why are you here when Joy is not?
Elliot Chen is kind of upset with me. I need to write her a note to call him.
There is a pad for leaving messages on the desk.
So, who programmed you?
Responding to the non-Joy entity is an unnecessary drain on my power units and is heretofore disallowed.
What does that mean? Hello? Miles? I guess it means he's not gonna talk to me anymore.
It would be so annoying to have to talk like that.
Looks like Joy's a pencil chewer.
Like for the voice actor who did that.
I can use this to leave a note for Joy to call Elliot.
Also, I just realized that the notepad is, it looks like a ghost dog from the last game. I guess a Rottweiler? Okay, now, what can we do? We still need the soldering gun from Elliot, so we can't fix the roller coaster.
Hello?
Hi, Nancy. It's Paula Santos. You know, I just had a thought. There's a newspaper article and photo in Joy's office that I want you to be sure to take a look at. They're in a frame on the wall.
I may have seen them. What are they about?
They're a little piece of park history. The guy in the photo found a bunch of jewels that had been stolen in a heist years ago and stashed away on one of the rides at Captain's Cove. The police said there was a good chance more jewels would turn up.
Has anyone else ever found anything?
Not that I know of, but then there's a lot of dishonest people out there. Somebody else may have found something and just never reported it. Anyway, I called the detective that was in charge of the investigation back then. His name is KJ Paris. He's going to call you. Oops, I gotta run. I just wanted to give you a heads up.
All right. Goodbye, Paula.
I don't know if... Okay, yeah, we don't have his number to call him, so we'll have to wait for him to call us. In the meantime, let's talk to Bess and George. And then we can talk to Frank and Joe, too.
Hello?
Hey, Bess, it's Nancy.
Oh, hey, Nancy.
Whoa, you were obviously hoping I was someone else.
Well, kinda.
I realized I should have done this phone call away from the not haunted mansion, the haunted house, because we're gonna have all these spooky noises.
Okay, so who is he and where'd you meet him?
Oh, Nancy, his name's Matt, and he is so cute. He works the concession stand at the movie theater in the mall. A cute guy with an endless supply of gummy bears and butter flavoring, right at his fingertips. We're talking major crush.
Hey, George, good, you're there too.
Barely. I almost got caught standing between Bess and the phone just now. When it rings, she's like a one-woman cattle stampede.
What happened to caller ID, Bess?
My parents yanked it. She wouldn't pick up when it was some loser she didn't want to talk to. Her mother got tired of hearing the phone ring all the time.
Not all those calls were from losers. Sometimes I was playing hard to get. Anyway, how are things at the amusement park?
I met the security guard, Harlan Bishop. Nice guy. Except when I asked him where he worked before. He seemed kind of evasive.
Is he cute? Bess, what difference does that make?
Ugly people have chips on their shoulders and are more likely to commit crimes, George. I read that somewhere. Either read it or saw it on Oprah.
He's from New Jersey. I'm pretty sure about that.
Well, I guess that's not surprising. But if he was evasive, we know what that means, don't we, Beth? Suspect list.
I think I might know why somebody stole that horse off the carousel. They were looking for jewels that had been hidden inside it after a hotel robbery.
Hidden jewels? I love it. That's almost as good as buried treasure. That's interesting. But it doesn't explain why the carousel's been going around by itself.
Pay no attention to George, Nancy. I happen to think you're on the right track. You can never go wrong when jewelry is involved.
Did I tell you that I met the park's chief engineer?
No? Is he cute?
Well, for starters, Bess, Ingrid Corey is a she.
That's cool. Does she know her stuff?
Seems to, although she doesn't seem to know where the blueprints for the roller coaster are.
Uh-oh. Hiding something, perhaps?
Looks like your list of suspects just got longer.
There was a brochure for a sports car in Ingrid's work area, the Pandora 2XS.
That is like the hottest car ever.
One of the most expensive, that's for sure. She must make a ton of money.
Either that or she's about to come into a ton of money.
The engine oil thickens.
I need you guys to do something for me. I found some stenography notes that I'd really like to translate, only I don't know shorthand.
Say no more. We'll do some research and get right back to you.
We will? I barely know how to spell stenography, let alone research it.
We'll call you when we're through. We can do this, Bess.
What is with all this we stuff?
Joy Trent has a computer in her office that sees, hears, talks, and interrupts people when they're snooping.
And you, of course, were snooping.
Well,
That's our girl.
Why does she have such a sophisticated computer?
this thing is not that sophisticated. In fact, it looks like it was made out of spare parts.
Do you think Joy made it?
I doubt it.
Well, the next time it catches you snooping, just smile sweetly, then rip its little plug right out of the wall.
Catch you guys later.
Hasta la vista.
You're doing great.
Okay, I'm not gonna call Frank and Joe because of the noises. Odd sounds from below.
What is that noise? Sounds like it's coming from below.
Can steal a keyboard. There's a creepy animatronic thing. Another creepy animatronic thing. And a door.
Just an old radiator.
Goes to nothing. And there is a red tag on this animatronic thing. So we'll be doing more with this later. And finding out what those odd sounds below are. Okay, maybe we can go back to Elliot and see if Joy has called him.
Hello?
Never mind.
This is Detective KJ Paris, Captain's Cove Police Department. Paula Santos asked me to call you. Said it concerned that heist out at Captain's quarters 23 years ago.
Well, I was thinking maybe the reason that horse was stolen off the carousel at Captain's Cove 2 weeks ago was because somebody thought there were jewels from that heist inside it.
Never occurred to me, but it's possible, I suppose. The thief's name was Chaz Dunning. Died in prison about a year ago. I'll tell you what. I'll make some calls, try to see if there was somebody he confided in before he died. Somebody who was recently released.
That would be fantastic.
Well, as soon as I know something, you'll know something.
Thanks, Detective Paris. It was great talking to you.
Ditto.
Okay, actually now let's call Frank and Joe.
Hello?
Hey, Frank, it's Nancy.
Hey, Joe, pick up. Actually, he may not want to talk to you.
Why not?
Because you get to solve a mystery at an amusement park. He's so jealous he could spit.
Hi, this is Joe.
Hey, Joe, it's Nancy.
I don't want to talk to you.
What did I tell you?
Oh, I'm just kidding. Pardon me for a second, I gotta go spit.
Quit fooling around, Joe. She's calling long distance, remember?
Sorry. So what's going on?
Do you guys know much about remote control devices?
I had a toy car that used one, until Frank broke it.
Ancient history, Joe. Let it go. Why do you ask?
Because that would explain the alleged hauntings. Someone who's nowhere near the carousel transmits a signal that turns it on and off.
If that's the case, there has to be some kind of electronic device that transmits as well as receives near, or maybe even attached to, the carousel.
I haven't checked out the carousel's machinery yet.
Make sure you look hard when you do, Nancy. The device is probably pretty small.
Apparently, one of the people who was on the roller coaster when it suddenly stopped is claiming that his neck got injured and has filed a lawsuit.
Well, boys and girls, can you say insurance fraud?
What if someone is making up a false claim? What if that was his plan all along? And what if someone in the park is in on the scheme with him?
That person causes the accident, the guy sues, they split the settlement.
New word, boys and girls. Can you say motive?
I got busted while snooping in Joy's office by a talking computer.
Her computer talks?
It's not her computer, it's this weird-looking thing. It's like somebody threw a bunch of junk together and somehow programmed it to see, hear, and speak.
Where do you think it came from?
Well, she didn't get it at Radio Shack, that's for sure.
I had a talking computer once.
Ah, Radio Shack.
Remember, Frank?
That wasn't a computer. It was a plastic keyboard with a tape player inside, which you never should have left on the stairs for somebody to accidentally step on.
Bigfoot.
Joe.
Joe is pretty hilarious.
I
in this
better
game.
get going.
Let us know what happens.
Well, Miss Destructo returns.
You talked to Joy?
Imagine my surprise when she told me you're a detective.
Amateur detective.
I hear you're out to solve the curse of Captain's Cove.
How do you explain what's been going on around here?
What do I know? I'm just an artist. Go ask our naturopathic engineer person.
Do you have any idea who stole that horse off the carousel?
Somebody who's into junk.
That's odd. Ingrid said carousel horses can be very valuable.
Well, when they're the original horses, they can be valuable, yes, but I was talking about the one that was stolen. It was not an original. Around 20 years ago, somebody bought one of the horses off the carousel. The guy who owned the park back then commissioned some hack to replace it.
Okay, also, pretty sure he's the voice of Dirk Valentine. And probably other characters too, but he sounds so much like Dirk right now. Okay.
So the horse the hack carved was worthless?
Right.
The fact that the park is shut down must be kind of a relief for you.
You mean because I'm behind in my work? I'd be lying if I said the shutdown wasn't helping me get caught up. Meeting deadlines has never been my forte. But I certainly hope you're not suggesting that I arranged for the park to be shut down by somehow manufacturing this curse thing, because that would be ridiculous.
Ingrid said you have her soldering gun. I need to get it from you, if that's okay.
You bet. Here you go. Been meaning to return it to her, but I've been a little busy.
Great, thanks. Do you see much of the other people who are working during the shutdown? Like Joy Trent or that security guard, Harlan Bishop?
Nah. Joy Trent, she's like invisible even when she's visible, if you get my drift. And that rent-a-cop, I've got no desire to see anything of him.
Why do you say that?
Dude is way too eager to make my business his business, that's all.
I'll let you get back to work.
Keep it real.
We'll need this.
Could I have
for
some of these tissue
later.
strips?
Be my guest.
Okay, what else is in here? Tape.
I can use this to measure.
We'll use that later. A little foreshadowing. Also kind of a hint for how to do something later on.
Wow, 360 board feet. That's a lot of wood.
Someone ordered a lot of wood.
Do you always go poking around in other people's stuff?
Yes, she does.
Wow, a lathe.
We'll use that later.
Mind if I look at this?
No, go right ahead.
A book on carousels. Cool.
Okay, I'm not gonna read all of this, but it's mostly talking about how the horses are made, I think. Honor side, romance side. The history of the carousel. Carousel horses were often named. Their names would appear on the inside of their bridles. What is a band organ? Most carousels in the United States were treating their customers not just to a cool, refreshing breeze as they rode, but to the bright, lively sounds of that distinctly American invention known as the band organ. It's a mechanical device that plays music. Air supplied by the bellows at the bottom of the organ is forced through pipes, which produces musical notes in relation to holes punched in a roll of paper. So, yeah, we will be doing something with the band organ later on in the game. And I think that's everything we can look at in here. Yeah. Okay, now let's...
Hello?
Hi, Nance. We found some stuff on stenography. Oh, so now it's we, huh? Okay, George found most of it, surprise, surprise. But I helped.
Thank you so much. You guys are the best.
So go back to the hotel and check your laptop. We emailed a little tutorial to you. But you gotta promise to let us know what the note you translate says.
I promise. Thanks again, you guys.
Okay, we will do that later. I meant to click on this because we can fix this now.
Better not take the tag until I fix this.
First let's look at the instructions. The micro resistor, which is this. Ingrid gave that to us. Krollmeister called and said that the total resistance for the upgrade has to be 15 ohms. They said the micro resistor will give 5 ohms of resistance, so whoever's hooking up the thing should hook the resistors in series. Krollmeister, shout out. First time this name appears in a game, I think. But that name appears a lot more in the future. Okay, so 15 ohms. I think we want circuits. Yeah, okay, so this is the 5 ohm resistor. I think we just want to hook it up to a 10 ohm resistor. I think that's the answer. Soldering is a way to create an electrical link, blah blah blah. Simply place the point of the gun on the area of motion. Click. If a solder is already in place and the gun is used on that area, the solder will be removed. Take care in choosing which elements to solder. Improper connections can result in a short circuit. Okay. Okay, and that's later. We'll go to the arcade in a second. Okay. Okay, yeah, so what we want to do is we want to put this 5 ohm resistor and hook it up to the brown one, because the brown one is 10 ohms and it can't exceed 15. So we just solder all of these little pieces and we don't solder those. So let's try this.
There, that looks right.
Yeah. Okay. Take the tag,
It's
and
locked.
now we can take it to Harlan.
Hey, Nancy, what's up?
I'm afraid I got off on the wrong foot with Elliot. I spilled paint all over something he'd been working on.
Ooh, not good. The guy's already about a month behind in his work.
Any idea why he's so far behind?
He's a procrastinator, doesn't really like to work, so he does whatever he can to avoid it. Puts things off to the last minute. Me, I get stuff done right away. You do too, I'll bet.
Well, I try. Has he always been behind?
I guess he was doing okay up until about a month ago. Way I hear it, if he doesn't get caught up like fast, he's gonna be waving bye-bye like soon.
Could you turn the power back on to the card reader outside the roller coaster? It's all fixed. Here's the tag.
You bet. I'll just switch the circuit back on and you'll be all set.
Ingrid said you told her that you were a bouncer before you came to work here. In Trenton, not Flemington.
Right. I was. For a while. I've held almost every guard-type job there is. Lived in a lot of different places too. Trenton, Jersey City, Flemington, Cape May.
I'll see you around.
Sounds good.
Okay, so he should have turned this on. And now we can go in. And I guess we're just snooping
This looks
around.
like one of Joy's.
A bitten up pencil, which is probably Joy's. That's suspicious. And that's really all we can look at in here.
Ow! I'm trapped.
And this is a tricky puzzle.
To get my foot loose, I need to switch the looks like I have to reconnect these wires.
And you just kind of guess.
Now I can turn the power on and see if these are properly connected.
Oh, gosh.
You were electrocuted?
That's what Harlan said must have happened. I was out cold when he found me.
I can't afford to have you blundering around the park getting into accidents, Nancy. My insurance rates are high enough. In other words, you're off the case.
I forgot you have to turn the power off before you reconnect or try again.
Ow! I'm trapped.
I always die at least once or twice trying to solve this
To
puzzle.
get my foot loose, I need to. Looks like I have to reconnect these wires. Now I can turn the power. Try again.
Oh wait, maybe...
That's not right.
I think I did it right the first time. What did I do? This? Yeah, I did do it right the first time, lol. Yay. And there's a weird handprint here.